back to my channel. So today I am doing a Taylor Swift inspired look. So I'm starting off by priming my eyes using my Better Skin concealer, and I'm just going to use a Morphe brush to spread that all over the lid, make sure that it's evened out and blended nicely on the lid. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, bringing it all the way up underneath my brow bone and just making sure it's spread evenly all over. And next I am just using my CoverGirl CG Smoothers Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent Light to set that concealer that I laid down as a base. I want to make sure that I have a nice smooth surface to work with to lay down my eyeshadow on. And don't mind me here, I'm just getting really into my music, busting a move, you know. So I'm first just starting with this taupey shade, and starting from the outer corner, I'm going to blend that all the way into my crease from the outer corner to the inner corner, and as I work with it, I'm going to blend it out also using a very light hand to get a nice, smooth, even transition. And you'll see me go back in a few times picking up a little bit more of that shade and blending it into the crease just so I can make it more pigmented and get it as dark as I'd like it to look. And now I'm using that same brush and going into the other side and doing the exact same thing. Now I'm taking a single shadow by Morphe. It's called Crystal, and it's like a champagne color, and I'm using a flat brush to kind of pack that onto the lid. And I'm going back in with that first blending brush that I used, and without picking up any more color, I'm just using it to blend everything together so that way it looks seamless and flawless and I don't have any patchy areas. Then I'll again do that same thing on the other side. Next I'm going in with a kohl colored Kajal liner, and I'm just adding that right above my lash line, right on the lash line. And I'm trying to make this as thin as possible, but if it's a little bit messy, that's okay because we're going to go back in and smoke it / smudge it out. So you can see here that the other end of that pencil has like a little sponge on it, a cone-shaped sponge, and I'm just using that to smudge out the liner that I applied to give it a more smoky effect. You can also do this with a brush as well, whichever you're more comfortable with. And going back in with that same pencil, I'm going to draw a straight line right across my lashes just to give a liner effect, and we want this look to look a little bit more intense, and the black liner will help with that as well. So I'm filling in my upper waterline right against my lashes as well, just to give the look an even more intense effect, and it'll also help blend everything in together as well. So I'm using my Bambi lashes by House of Lashes, and they're kind of older. I really need to update my lash collection. So I decided to curl them, and then I ended up just cutting them so I could do single lashes instead of a strip lash. I wanted lashes that were more closely together and a little more fluffy, and I really didn't have any, so I figured these would work the best. So I first curled my own lashes, and then I applied some mascara to them, and I cut up the strip lash into single pieces and applied those mainly on the outer corner of my eye, working my way in, and that just added more volume to my lashes. It made them look fluffier and longer, and it intensified the whole look and just brought the whole thing together. And personally, I like using single lashes rather than strip lashes. They're just a lot easier to apply. Now that we pop those bad boys on, I am moving on to my face, and I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and then I'm going in with some color correcting. I'm using my Morphe palette to color correct, and I'm just adding some green to any areas where I have redness from breakouts or post-acne marks. And using that same brush, I'm just gonna blend those areas out a little bit, and then I will go in with concealer. I'm using my CoverGirl concealer, the Better Skin, in Ivory, I think it is. And I just apply that on any areas where I put the green and blend it out. Next, I'm using my Holy Grail foundation, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I'm in the shade 208, and using a dense Morphe brush. I will list the name of the brush in the description box because I can't remember it right now. But using this Morphe brush, I am going to pack this onto my skin, press it into my skin. I'm not going to swirl it around, or else I'll move around that corrector and that concealer that I just applied. Then going back in with my CoverGirl Better Skin Concealer, I am going to highlight the high points of my face, under my eyes, on my nose, my forehead, above my lip, and on my chin. And then I'm going to use that same brush I applied my foundation with and blend it all out. Now using a fluffy brush, I'm setting my face with the CG Smoothers by CoverGirl. It's a pressed powder in the shade Translucent Light, and oh my gosh guys, I'm loving this powder at the moment. It gives my skin such a smooth, flawless finish. I am not kidding you. I highly recommend this. I just purchased it, but I am loving it. Loving it, guys. And then I'm going in with my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette, and I'm just going to bronze up my face a bit. Next, I'm going in with my Milani blush in the shade Tea Rose, and I'm just applying a little bit of blush, not too much. Taylor barely looks like she's wearing anything in the video, so I don't want to go overboard with it. Then I'm going to use my NYX Illuminator in the shade Ritualistic and highlight my cheekbones, nose, forehead, and chin. I like this highlighter best for this look because it gives you a nice glow from within, and Taylor's skin literally looks like it's glowing in the video. She looks porcelain. Then I'm taking that first taupey shade I went in with, and on a flat shader brush I'm going to apply this right against my lash line underneath my eyes, and I'm going to blend it out just to give this a more intense smoky look. Then I'm going to go back in with that kajal liner that I used in the beginning on my upper lash line, and I'm going to apply that to my lower waterline and right up against my lashes as well, just to intensify the look even more. Then I'm going in with my So Lashy mascara again and just adding mascara to my lower lashes. I'm really liking the end of this wand. It makes it a lot easier to apply mascara to your lower lashes. And using a lip brush, I'm going into my Morphe lip palette, and I'm using a dark purple shade and adding this just on the outer corners of my lips, on the bottom and the top. And I'm just going to darken up the outer corners first. Then we'll go in with a lighter shade and blend it all together, and it just gives me the perfect red lip for this look. So I had to lean into the camera a little more so I could get a better look in my mirror. But you can see here I'm going in with more of an orangey red shade and applying that just to the center of my lips. And then I'll go back in and blend everything together. You can't see it too well here, but this is where I'm just going in and blending it all together to give me that perfect red lip. And once I'm done, that completes the look, and that is it, guys. That's all there is for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments what you thought, if you'd like to see more looks like this. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!